The world may be on the edge of another major geopolitical shock. U.S. President Donald Trump has reportedly announced the reinstatement of the blockade targeting Iranian shipping in the Strait of Hormuz and proposed a massive 20% fee on cargo passing through the region. This single decision could affect oil prices, global trade, inflation, and even the possibility of a wider Middle East conflict. Markets have already reacted with concern, and energy experts are warning about serious consequences. But why is the Strait of Hormuz so important? And could this move push the world toward another economic crisis? Let's break it down. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important waterways on Earth. Located between Iran and Oman, this narrow passage connects the Persian Gulf to international waters. Nearly 1/5 of global oil supplies pass through this route every single day. Major oil producers, including Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE, depend heavily on this shipping lane. Any disruption here immediately impacts global energy markets. That is why analysts often call Hormuz the world's most important oil choke point. According to multiple reports released today, President Trump said that the United States would once again enforce a blockade against Iranian shipping and proposed charging a 20% reimbursement fee on cargo moving through the region. Trump reportedly described the United States as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait. He argued that if America is providing security for international shipping, then other countries should help pay the costs. However, critics immediately questioned, can the U.S. legally impose such fees? Will other countries accept these charges? Could this increase tensions with Iran? The International Maritime Organization has already reportedly requested further details regarding the proposal. Iran considers the Strait of Hormuz strategically vital. For years, Tehran has warned that foreign military actions in the region could threaten stability. Iran has previously condemned blockades and restrictions on its shipping, calling them illegal and provocative. The ongoing tensions have already resulted in military incidents, missile exchanges, and attacks on maritime assets in the Gulf region. If tensions continue rising, there is concern that Iran could respond through military, political, or economic measures. And that is exactly what investors fear. The markets did not wait. Following today's developments, oil prices jumped sharply. Reports indicate that Brent crude and U.S. oil benchmarks climbed significantly as traders priced in the risk of potential supply disruptions. Why? Because if even a small portion of Hormuz traffic is disrupted, energy costs rise, transportation becomes more expensive, inflation increases globally, stock markets become volatile. Remember, a major energy shock in Hormuz does not stay in the Middle East. It affects gasoline prices, shipping costs, airline tickets, and consumer goods around the world. This is the question everyone is asking. If tensions continue escalating, several scenarios are possible. Scenario 1. The situation stabilizes through diplomacy. Scenario 2. Iran and the United States enter a prolonged confrontation in the Gulf. Scenario 3. Shipping disruptions become severe enough to trigger another global inflation shock. Economists warn that major interruptions in Hormuz could significantly impact global energy supplies and financial markets. Asian economies, European importers, and developing countries would likely feel the effects first. This is why every statement regarding Hormuz immediately grabs international attention. Countries across the world are now closely monitoring developments. Shipping companies, insurers, and energy traders are assessing the risks. Questions are also being raised regarding international maritime law and whether a passage fee in such waters would be accepted by the global community. Reports indicate that international maritime organizations are seeking clarification on the proposal. At the same time, governments dependent on Gulf energy exports are hoping that tensions do not spiral further. Because history has shown, when Hormuz becomes unstable, the entire world pays attention. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the world's most sensitive geopolitical flashpoints. President Trump's latest announcement regarding the blockade and proposed 20% cargo fee has once again placed the region at the center of global attention. Reports suggest markets are already reacting, while governments and investors wait to see what happens next. Will this become a temporary political move? Or could it mark the beginning of a much larger global crisis? Only time will tell.